Good afternoon, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Let's get open for business here and let's wake up. The football guys couldn't find the remote there for a second. Wake up, guys. Wake up. Okay, so you know ESPN, Fox Sports, and all those guys, they thank their stars for the Dallas Cowboys because we're in a time where there's not really much to talk about. Yeah, we got the draft coming up, but you can only do so many damn mock drafts. At the point, people just get numb from it. It's amazing how the fallout continues with the Dak Prescott thing. And I want to clear the air about a couple of things. First of all, somebody had said, because see, Dak came out yesterday and said, listen, we had a dinner party for less than 10 people. He said it was less than 10 people. We were following the guidelines and yada, yada, yada. And unless there's evidence contrary to that, then I'd rather believe my quarterback than TMZ. Because, see, this is just like what happened to Dez Bryant back in 2013, I believe it was, in the summer when Mike Furrier, or whatever the hell he is, went out there and said there might be a tape of Dez Bryant 10 times worse than Ray Rice. And all of a sudden, there was the firestorm that everybody believed that. There was never any tape. But that story, from that one conversation on 103.5 The Fan, became the big off-season story. There were all kinds of stuff that people had found a tape or this was that. We talked to people at Walmart and stuff. And this is how stories or rumors, innuendos get blown out. So you have TMZ. Do we honestly believe that TMZ is about getting the story right? Having it true to facts? They're a gossip channel. But somehow, we got Dak Prescott and the police department. The police went to Dak's house and said they didn't have evidence of a 30-person party. We have TMZ who basically says there was a 30-person party, yet there's no proof on their side that shows it. They show food on the table. I've had 30 people parties, and I got to tell you, I had that much food when I did like United Way with like 4 or 5 NFL players. I had more food than that just for those 4 or 5 players than that. If that was a party for 30 people, then it's wrong. So I had a person who said to me that, because I came through and said, the police came through, they said there wasn't evidence of a party that big. They make sure they knew the guidelines. That comes through, and I'm more inclined to believe my quarterback than I am TMZ. Says it didn't happen. And so I said, if that's, that's what's out there, then, some of these people like Colin Cowherd is out there saying, Dak Prescott has a party for 30 people. It's like, you kind of owe him an apology. And somebody said, you owe him one too because you threw Dak under the bus. And here's what I'm going to go ahead and show you, because, see, what you're saying is I'm lying. And one thing I can guarantee you about is I have facts on my side. I got evidence. And I want to make sure that we clear the air on exactly what I said when the story came out and see if I threw Dak under the bus. All right. We got to take the good with the bad, and we don't shoot the messenger, deal with the message. TMC, TM Sleaze, which is always out to get Dak and Zeke and so forth, and anybody with the Dallas Cowboys, got out a dinner party that Dak and Zeke supposedly had with like 30 people in it. I'm not going to condemn them on this until we get some verification on it. For all we know, this may have been a party that happened before. I'm not trying to make excuses or anything else, but, let's wait and see what the facts are. If it is true that they had a party with 30 plus people during this quarantine, I'm sorry, that is just 100% wrong. This shit is not a joke. It's not a joke. And it's not that, hey, I'm a young, healthy athlete and, I don't have to worry about this. This goes for everybody. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you are rich, famous, young, athlete, whatever. You cannot be doing this. Okay. So, I said, if this turns out to be true, you're wrong. And you would be wrong. And I said, let's let the facts get out there. That's a responsible way to go ahead and try to report something. I didn't come up with it. I'm not a witness to it. I am going by secondhand information. So you need to let people know this is what's being reported and the source. And see, this is what bothers me about what ESPN and Fox Sports and all these guys go through. Because let me give you this. Because I want you to listen to this very carefully here. Because this is today.
Recently inviting a few people over. Well, it's Dak Prescott. And that's where we are going to start today because according to TMZ, Dak Prescott hosted a party of more than 30 people a couple days ago. Well, now Dak is strongly refuting this report, saying that he did host a dinner party of fewer than 10 people in attendance. So, Shannon, in your opinion, what do you believe really happened here?
I believe Dak had a party of more than 30 people.
Okay, so you see where this is going now. So now all of a sudden he had a party of more than 30 people. You see you hear how this thing is growing. Now, if you looked at the pictures that came out from TMZ, you saw a table with chairs around it. That wasn't chairs for 30 people right there. You look at the food. That was not enough food. But let's watch a little bit more of it.
I tell you, Skip, I tell you who knows the actual truth. That's Jerry and Stephen Jones. And you know why they know the truth? I guarantee you the bigger benefactors of the Dallas PD are one said Dallas Cowboys. They know the truth. Now, who am I?
And now, you are alleging that the police department is in Jerry Jones's back pocket. So now we've gone through, we've heard TMZ say, turn it up party. Which, when you think of turn it up party, you think about people that are turning up the liquor bottles, fall out drunk, passed out, all over the place. Now you got him saying that the police department are in the pockets and wink, wink. And you're now saying it's over 30 people.
Supposed to believe, Skip, we just saw a picture last week of Dak hugged up with 4 different guys. He put that out on Instagram.
2 of the guys that are in that picture have been hunkering down with Dak Prescott. Did we put that out there? Did we put that out there? That 2 of the guys are guys that are everywhere with Dak Prescott. I get confirmation of that from Dak's uncle, Philip Ebar. So, let's go on.
Well, Daz put it out, but he took the picture. So now, after he was that reckless, I'm supposed to believe Dak Prescott only had a party in which 10 people were involved. I do not believe that, Skip Bayless. I'm sorry, I do not. And I'm glad for it happened. I hate that it happened, but it shows that what you...
Now, I'm going to take it, have you been to parties before? That ain't a whole lot of food. That ain't a whole
You don't understand.
A lot of food. Okay. That's it? The chips? Is that more than, or fries?
Looking for every single reason why not.
Is this the main course right here? That's enough for 30 people? Look, that's some ribs right there.
To give you.
I can eat all those ribs right there and whatever that is by my damn self. You telling me this was a turn it up party? The only thing we see turned up.
This money. And all you're doing is serving yourself up for a...
Here's the only thing we didn't see turned up is the dog's head's turned up. Is that a cat? You don't even see any people. So where is the evidence? And this is what bothers me about everything that's being reported in the media.
Silver platter.
And so now we have the speculation that Dak Prescott is going to get traded. Well, I have it from word out there from people, and you can choose to believe me or not believe me, but the contract is still really, really close to being done for the Dallas Cowboys. And it's more of Jerry Jones, when this thing finally is announced, that Jerry Jones will be able to have a big press conference and have everybody there and stuff. So we may be waiting before we hear that. And also reported today, too, and like I said, I'm putting out my sources. This is a new thing we're going to make sure that we do here on the Jobu Sports Report. Mike Freeman is also reporting the same thing, that Dak's not going to be part of the virtual reality workout because technically if he gets hurt, well, it's on Dak Prescott and they can just let him go. That's to keep some pressure on, but they still are continuing to negotiate. It just doesn't seem like anybody's in a big hurry. And one final point here. For those who like to be here, thank you very much. I appreciate you liking, commenting, subscribing, and so on. I understand that what I do, the way I do it, and things like that, it's not everybody's tea. It's great if you like what I'm doing, but it's okay if you don't. I'm good with that. But it's kind of funny that people who don't like you make sure that they tell you that they assume they know about you. So whoever this TPYJ76, a person who doesn't even put their real name out there, doesn't have a picture. See, I put myself out here every day. If I'm walking in public and you've seen the channel, you know what I look like. I have no idea who you are hiding behind a keyboard. But let's go ahead and just deal with the message. Mark, go find another team because we don't want you as a Cowboys fan. You are a bandwagon fan and the proof is in the pudding. I think you have been an undercover Redskin fan until you got tired of losing, and now you're ready to jump ship on our Cowboys team also. All I have to say is don't come back to being a Cowboy fan when the winning starts again. Go back to your Redskins. We don't want you anymore. I knew you was a fake. Have we been winning the last 25 years? If I was going to jump ship, you would have thought I would have jumped ship like when we were 8-8, 8-8, 8-8, 4-12. Jump ship. A closet Redskin fan. Buddy, have you actually looked around in here? The memorabilia that's in here, the stuff that I've had, this right here, this clock right here, I got from my dad, which is still ticking, mind you. Ticking. From 1982. Bandwagon fan. When we got this was at the height of the Redskins, when they were winning Super Bowls. Dude, it's okay. If you want to believe what you want to believe, don't watch. Nobody asked for you to bring your happy ass in here if you don't like me. This is the great about YouTube. You can pick what you watch on YouTube. So feel free to watch something else. And that's all I'm going to have to say about that. So here we are. We're dealing with the situation. All you who hate Dak Prescott and think he's going somewhere, he's not. He's going to get his deal. I just hope the Dallas Cowboys are wiser than they were last year in dealing with Zeke as well as DeMarcus Lawrence. That they get this thing done and over with so we can start getting them all concentrating on what's important. And that's the play on the field. I'm Mark Holmes, and well, hope you guys have a great hump day, and I'll see you soon.